Hey everybody, Tamara here. I can't tell if you can hear me or not. Let me know if you can hear me. We are listening to upbeat ukulele background music by Alumo Music, basically. Let me open the web page and see if y'all are here. How are you doing today? I was going to start the stream a bit earlier. However, I was absolutely exhausted and super hot. I got no sleep last night. It was absurd. I uh I don't know what was going on, but I could not sleep. I just couldn't sleep at all. Uh I tried everything. I tried like relaxing rain sounds. Like there's all these different compilations on YouTube. They're like 10-hour long rain, different things like that. So I tried listening to those. I tried listening to ASMR. I couldn't turn off my brain. Do you ever have nights like that where you just can't disconnect? So I ended up just kind of mindlessly watching YouTube videos until my brain just gave up, just tapped out. And it was way, way, way earlier than I'd planned. And we tweet out this link. I'm live. Come right with me. Huzzah. So let me know if you can hear me. Comment so that I know that everything's copacetic. And today I'm going to be working on my cozy because there's just stuff that needs working on, needs fixing. Actually, I have a chapter that I want to rewrite that I think that I'm going to do that, but I have it printed out because let's see if I can do this without hitting my camera. Yes. I have it printed out in here because I really want to, I don't know, I need to see it. So I think that that's what I'm going to work on is I was thinking about going on with kind of the drafting and stuff, but that chapter is pivotal and I need to get it right before I continue. So I'm not doing the kind of NaNoWriMo approach of drafting the entire thing and then going back and fixing things. I drafted about half of it, and now I'm going back fixing things so that it'll flow into what the middle and end's going to be, which I know what they are in my mind. I just haven't written them out yet. So that being said, let's see. There's apparently 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people. How are you? Uh, let's see. It's 11 till. So maybe at the top of the hour we can do a little writing sprint. Oh my goodness. I feel like there's something in my eye. All right, let me share this link in places. So today is Thursday, isn't it? Yes, today's Thursday. I think what I'm going to do on this channel is have either Thursday or Saturday be the day that I post. So it'll either be, so I'll either be posting a video or doing a live stream on either Thursday or Saturday. That seems to work for me. All right, come right with me. Come right with me. So let's see. What is new? Oh, so I'm in Honolulu, Hawaii, if you're not aware. And there was a lot of talk about Hurricane Hector, I think his name was, this past week. And I still haven't put together my hurricane kit, which is my bad. I'm clearly a jackass. But it looks like he is going like south of the islands and shouldn't be directly affecting any of the islands. There might be rain, and the big island is down at the bottom of the chain. So a lot of stuff seems to happen at Big Island. Like that's where all the volcano activity has been happening. That's actually still happening. The volcano hasn't stopped erupting. And that's been what, like 2 months or something, like crazy amount of time. So, they've been, and they always get like the hurricane stuff first. It always comes through that way first. But it looks like they might get like way higher surf and more rain, but the actual hurricane will be passing by. And I'm on Oahu, and like there's been fires on this island, and I was really hoping that we'd get like some good solid rain, because clearly the island needs it, because there hasn't been a lot of rain this past this past month or so. Hasn't been a lot of rain. So uh rough times. But hopefully things will look up, become a little brighter. I was planning on next week we are going camping. Do you have any like upcoming plans or activities that you're going to be participating in? We're going to be camping on the beach, which is perfect. I love camping. I love being outside. And, it just, I feel when my sleep is really bad and my anxiety's high, that when I go camping and just hang out and relax for a couple days and just like disconnect a bit from like the internet and just doing stuff, that it just helps bring me back to like center. So I'm pretty excited. His My boyfriend, the math magician, he is teaching math this summer at the university, and I, yeah, tomorrow's Friday, and he gives the final tomorrow. So this weekend he'll be like, doing all the grading and stuff, and like the final calculations, sitting out the grades, and then we're gonna go camping for a couple days and just freaking relax. And I can't wait. Oh my gosh. I feel like we never go to the beach. We haven't really had like a date night and stuff. We've just both been really busy and doing our own thing. We still connect, and like, we always do the dinner at the end of the day and watch some shows together, stuff like that. But we haven't like just chillaxed for a couple days and just like not do stuff. So my plan is to have, I want this cozy to be really in a really good place and have gone through spell check and stuff. And then the people who said they were interested in reading it, I could send it to them like Monday morning or something. And then my Monday morning, which is everyone else's like afternoon, evening. But, send it to them, and then they can have some time to like read through it and let me know what they think and stuff. And then when I come back, I want to do the final, well, not the final, like the run through Blubberses and Honeysuckles before I send it to my proofreader. And then once I get it back from her, then it'll be like my final run through. And if anyone's around and wants to write with me, here's the link. All right, 4 minutes, 4 minutes, and then we will do a sprint. So if you haven't watched this before, basically I do time writing sprints, and then in between those writing sprints, I like to chat with you and see what you're up to, and you let me know what you're working on. Some people are drafting or editing, like right now I'm editing a chapter. Other people are doing journals, um, writing blog posts. I've had folks hang out with me while they were folding their laundry and getting their dinner started. So, really, whatever you're working on, feel free to join in 4 minutes when I time a sprint. Ugh, it's so hot, and I'm sorry that you probably are getting the sound of the fan. And it's on medium. I know I can take it to low, but oh my gosh, it's just, I'm hot, y'all. I'm hot. Whew. Oh man. So let's see. Oh, today is the Book Reader Appreciation Day. Are y'all reading anything fun? Are you reading anything new? Um, After I'm finished with the cozy for the day and I hit up some of the items on my to-do list, I'm looking over there at my to-do list that's like, hey girl, you need to do some stuff. But after I do all that, I have this cozy that I'm reading that, oh, what is it called? The Forbidden, shoot, I can't remember what it's called, but it's a new to me series. I think that the series itself is pretty new. I think there's only maybe 3 books in the series, and it takes place a in like a writers conference that this author has created. So the first book, there was a murder during her first conference session, which to me was absolutely horrifying because I could see myself hosting a writing conference, and I was just thinking, oh my god, how would I even deal if that happened to me? I'd probably not deal with it very well. But I'll have to look up the name during the sprint, and I'll tell you guys later. Douglas, it's not just the heat, but the humidity. Oh my gosh, right? It's so gross. Right? I made it. I'm melting out here in the desert. Well, I'm sorry that you're melting. We are melting together. I'm not. I'm from West Virginia, and I don't think that I'm made for tropical weather. I think that I'm just. I am just a 4 season kind of girl. I like winter. I like fall. I like wearing sweaters, and I don't particularly care for sweating. So, all right, we are just about at the top of the hour, which is 1 o'clock here. I don't know where y'all are, what time it is where you are, but ooh, so yeah, it's one. Let's do a 15-minute sprint. I'm going to edit on this chapter, and you do whatever you're working on, and let's do this. All right. Hey Shannon. All right, so 15 minutes starting now. Time's up. Okay, stop timer. Thank you. What did you work on? What did you do? How'd you do? Let me know. Let me also make a quick note right here so I won't forget this thing. Sorry. There we go. Excellent. Excellent. I just find that sometimes when I'm editing something, it just works better for me to do it on paper. So, especially when it's like, I don't know, it's like a big reconstruction of a thing. Because if I'm just doing just kind of regular edits of like grammar, stuff like that, it's fine on my laptop. But if I'm totally rewriting a chapter, and especially since this one's so important, I like to print it out so that I can see it. You know, you kind of see things differently on the screen than you do on the paper, and it just helps me to pinpoint things. And I have some blank paper in there so that I can write stuff and put it where it should be, that kind of thing. I'm sure that would probably annoy a lot of people, but it works for me, so it's fun. 38 words in 15 minutes. Excellent. Mm. You're originally from Toronto and lived in Florida for the past 2.5 years. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying in terms of like going from separate seasons to not so much. Ugh, I already had my first coffee of the day. That was afternoon, but still, had my first coffee of the day. So now it's water because my old body doesn't like it if I just pound in coffee anymore. It doesn't appreciate it, and it shows me in very unpleasant ways that I am not the boss of me. Mm. And since I've had coffee and not much really to eat, I thought, well, all right, during the live stream, I can have some fruit. Then I have paper towel here so I don't get anything like any strawberry or grape juice all over my stuff. Mm. So I was thinking about doing some videos about different aspects of the writing world, but I don't want to necessarily like I don't know. And tell me what you think about this. I was thinking about doing a video about how do I put it? Uh and I have to do some research, so it wouldn't be for this Saturday, it'd be for next week maybe. Um about the illusion of the original idea or the original story. I feel like a lot of times writers really, we really strive to write something new, different, original. But the thing is, at the core, there's only so many like story structures and story ideas. So they're all kind of recycled in a way. And what makes it different is like our own individual take on the thing, So the way we view the world, our own personal experiences, um, our interests, everything that we put into the story is what makes that story idea different and stick out. And I think that sometimes new writers, especially, can kind of get in their own way because they want so much to just be original and just to have a new take. And they'll find it really frustrating to not have that new idea. But a lot of times, I mean, if when you think about it, even stories that are so incredibly intricate and futuristic and it's totally different will have like a basis of greed or family conflict or man versus machine, man versus nature, et cetera, et cetera. And I just think that it's an interesting idea to talk about. I want to kind of do more discussion videos about writing. I feel like that's something that's missing in the author tube community. There's not really a lot of discussions. There's not a lot of people who are talking about things that could be debatable unless it's kind of tackling like big social issues. So whether it's diversity or feminism or um like how the publishing industry works, stuff like that. People really are talking more about those things. But I think that it's interesting and it's fun. It was one of my favorite things about like writing classes and stuff was to be able to talk and debate about these different aspects of writing with other people who enjoy writing or just who are interested in, debating stuff. So I have some other ideas and I have some ideas for the Instagram TV, IGTV, the little on the Instagram app where you can upload longer videos now. I have some ideas for what I want to do there. Just like smaller clips that'll be more of the mechanics of writing, I think, rather than what I want to post here. But we'll see. I'm not even sure if people actually use that at this point, but I have it connected to my Facebook author page. So when I upload a video on the IGTV, it'll go on my Facebook. So there's like kind of a cross platform thing happening that I think is pretty helpful, especially since not everyone who is on my Facebook author page uses my Instagram and vice versa. Oh, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's at pen paper pad. At pen paper pad is what I use for my Instagram and my Twitter. So that's my blog, penpaperpad.com. Mm. You drink decaf in the afternoon and the evenings now? You know, I can't do decaf because I really drink coffee for the boost. Honestly, I mean, I enjoy the taste too, but primarily it's for the little caffeine boost. I need to start getting myself to drink lemon water in the morning because, from what I understand, lemon water is a really good way to give your body that jolt, that kind of kickstart without the caffeine, and then have the caffeine a little bit later. It's so weird to grow older. It's just your body starts to change and do new and sometimes terrible things. This, for instance, like my mom, she is a woman of a certain age. I'm not gonna put her on blast and say how old she is on YouTube. I don't think she'd appreciate it. But she's of a certain age and her body goes through like these bewildering changes that I think I think that she was probably more prepared than most because she was a CNA or certified nursing assistant. So she worked at a nursing home for, you know, almost 30 years. So she had a way better concept of what aging actually looks like than say I do. So for me, my mom and her experiences are really my first concrete experience with getting that certain age, being in over retirement age, you know. And retirement in the US is it 65 or 67? I can't remember. I'm not near it at the moment, so I guess I don't care. And probably by the time I'm ready to retire, I'll be like 72. But because my paternal grandmother, she passed away when I was 4, and my maternal grandmother passed away when I was a sophomore in college. So I didn't really get to experience watching her kind of grow older because she lived in Maryland, we lived in West Virginia, and it was more of when I saw grandma, she was already aging. So to me, she was just, she was old. She was grandma, she was old. So I didn't really notice the changes that was going on with her. So now that I'm paying attention to what's happening with my mom, I'm like, dang, aging's no joke, man. It's not for the weak. Shit. But I think that my mom does pretty well with it. She's pretty good about it. She has a sense of humor about all the stuff that goes on with her. And my grandfather, he just turned, her father, he just turned 99 this year. So, like, mom's side of the family does really well with aging. Dad's side, not so much. But, so I got like a 50-50 shot for longevity. If I can get this gut smaller. Mm-hmm. How about in 3 minutes, we do a 20-minute sprint? I want to dig back into this chapter. I realized when I was writing further along in the novel that some characters needed to be introduced earlier and they needed to be introduced in this particular scene. And I was trying to decide whether or not I was going to change some things about it. And now I think about it, I think I am going to make these changes. I'm sorry, that sounds very vague, but hopefully you'll want to read it so then you won't want me to necessarily tell you what the changes are. Uh, I am going to send out a newsletter next Thursday. I feel like I haven't sent out a newsletter in a very long time. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletters, bit.ly/Tamara Gazette. I think there's a link in the description. And I'm just going to give some updates. And I am going to hopefully give the date for the publishing of Blood Roses and Honeysuckles. I'm pretty sure I have a very good idea, but I'm going to double check with my proofreader first to make sure that she's definitely going to be able to fit me in and stuff and go from there. After she proofreads it and then I go through and fix whatever mistakes she finds, then it'll be more a matter of uploading and the mechanics of things and setting the publishing date. No, Blood Roses and Honeysuckles is the women's fiction novel that I've been working on for the past God bless the past forever. It feels like, but it's a book that I kind of struggled with a little bit, but I really like what it's become. So I'm really excited for people to read it. But the cozy will be a couple months after that. The cozy is what I'm writing on today, though. All right, it's half after. So uh let us hit this start and start working on what you're working on. Time's up. How did you do? What did you do? I figured out how I wanted to change this chapter. So I wrote out all the things and 3 pages of ideas. And while I was writing that out, I had an idea for a future book for this series. So I wrote down the idea that came, and it's not like, certainly not anything fleshed out, but just a brief idea that I think would be fun to play with. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. I'm pretty excited. Let me close this before it falls over. I'm pretty excited. I like where this is going. I think that it's going to be really a fun, kind of lighthearted, cozy. Um, I like that my main character, Issa, is very much kind of she's more of the straight man character, do you know what I mean? And her best friend is like kind of the sillier sidekick. Mm. Outlining a short story that will lead into your next series. That's fun. I have the first book in your series. I haven't gotten the second one yet, but I haven't finished the first one. Douglas come in with 435 words. Whoop whoop. I do love it when ideas pop up like that. It's so nice. So nice. And I always feel like they're kind of more authentic in a way when they just kind of pop up. They're more, since it's more organic, I feel like my psyche must have been working on it at some point. So maybe if I work on it in the future, it'll flow better. I mean, there's no scientific evidence that proves or disproves that, but it feels right. And what is writing if not a series of, does this feel right? Does this look right? Does this sound right? Does this make sense? Mm. After we are finished here, probably going to take a little writing break, tiny, tiny one, and put on chicken in the crock pot. I'm going to make tacos tonight, and the mathematician probably isn't going to get home until late. So I could put a couple pieces of chicken in the crock pot, put it on low, add some taco seasoning, and just let it do its thing. I forgot to take it out of the freezer, so this way it'll work. Ooh, you're thinking about doing a collab for NaNoWriMo with the fellow author? That sounds like fun. Yeah, keep me up to date on that one. I haven't collab on like a fiction piece. My friend Ted Webb and he's there's a video with him on this channel from like, oh gosh, I don't know, 3 years ago. Anyway, he's one of my dearest friends. We've worked on so many things together. We started this kind of organization, Morgantown Poets, excuse me, in Morgantown, West Virginia. And we wrote a poem together, a spoken word piece, and that was fun. But I haven't actually written something that's like, expanded longer than a poem, basically. I've always thought that it looked cool, but I think that I want to get better at writing things on my own before I take on that. Or maybe that's the wrong approach. Maybe I should be trying to collab with someone so I can learn their methods of writing. I don't know. Hmm. You're both writing detective fiction, so you're thinking of doing a crossover for the project. Oh, so we'll be like your different MCs working together or something different. That sounds like that would be really fun. Mm, it sounds like a fun project. And kind of perfect for Nano, you know? Mm, these grapes are so super duper sweet. Wow. Mm. All right, it's almost 2 here, which means it's almost 8 on the East Coast. So I think that at the top of the hour, I'll do one more sprint and then I'll sign off and start with my chicken dinners. Then I'm going to get back to it. I have this to do list that I really need to do. It's like spans all of that. Hmm. Hmm. I need to see what I've done on it and what I haven't done. I always write a to do list that kind of, since just the way this this book is kind of separated, this these are different days of the week, and then kind of don't always give me enough space. So I kind of just write everything regardless of what day it's on, and then I just go through and do stuff as it makes sense, and then just kind of mark it off. Man, I am hot. I'm gonna use some micellar water and wipe my face off. It feels sticky. That'll cool me down a little bit. Ugh. Swear, I was hoping that it was gonna like rain really well today, and it rained on and off yesterday, but I don't think it's rained today at all. And I'm so hot. Yuck. Ugh. Man, it just feels sticky. Ugh. Ooh. Then you get the fan blowing on you. There we go. That brings down the temperature a couple notches. Like in the time that I've been sitting here, all my ice is melted and now my water's warm. It's just complain about the weather. But at least there's no hurricane. So I mean, and I'm fortunate enough not to be near the brush fires and stuff. So I mean, things could definitely be worse, y'all. Like I'm just being a brat because I hate to be hot. So I'm just complaining a lot. I definitely realize that things could be worse. Much worse. I have never eaten the cotton candy grapes because I am suspicious of them. It's just, and also I'm not that big on cotton candy. Like it's all right, but that's not what I want in my grapes. 101 degrees. Oh, Shannon. God bless you. Oof. But you're in the desert, aren't you? Aren't you in Nevada? So your heat is probably drier. So here it's definitely not, it's not 101 degrees. It's probably like 90 and it's humid. Why my hair is all this nice, cute little puffball. All right. It looks like we're at the top of the hour. So let's write some stuff for 20 minutes. Do your thing. Let's go. Mm. Time's up. How did you do? I'm speaking directly into my microphone. That timer is probably loud as heck to y'all. Sorry about that. Let me finish writing this one thing before I forget, as per usual. All right. Okay. Mm. How'd you guys do? What did you do? Tell me all about it. I I don't know how much I've written, um, but during these, I've written all of these pages, and I am really, really hyped to type it in, expand on the ideas, and yeah, I'm real hyped about it. Ooh, 120 words, even though you arrived after we started. Awesome. Hi. It's probably late where you are, isn't it? Unfortunately, this is going to be my last sprint of the night. I started, yeah, I started 2 hours ago. So, you know me, generally speaking, 2.5 hours. That's my limit. Then I start talking out of my head and being real dumb, saying stupid stuff. Plus, I need to start my crock pot chicken, and I want to turn on this other fan because it is so hot in here. But it's all right. Oh my goodness. I am really hyped about the changes that I'm going to make to this chapter and how it's going to affect the other things and how everything's going to unfold now. Yes, yes, yes. It's way better direction than what it was doing before. Before, I felt like y'all know that I don't really do a lot of plotting, and that's a challenge when you're writing a mystery, right? There's certain beats that you have to definitely hit, and if there's like you have to leave clues. There needs to be a red herring, like all sorts of things need to happen in a mystery in order for it to work. And trying to just kind of discovery writer pants the entire thing is difficult, but that's kind of part of the way I do things. But um, it felt it has felt much more authentic to write half of it and then go back and kind of figure out what needs to work, how to change things, how to tweak things so that and now like my brain has kind of figured out what this ending's going to be even if I haven't actually written it yet, so I can create that flow of information so that it makes sense to the reader. You have some clues, some hints, some little bits that are gonna some misdirection, some stuff. Things are gonna happen. It's exciting. And yeah. Plus there's gonna be a festival. So that's always fun. 2 hours ago I was watching a movie called A Light Between Oceans, which was good. A Light Between Oceans. Have I watched that? I don't remember it. Hmm. I don't think I have. Don't think I have. Oh. the book that I'm reading, I looked it up during the last sprint and I forgot to tell you. It's um, Fatality by Firelight by Lynn Cahoon. It's the second book of her Kat Latimer mystery series. So that is what I'm reading, and I definitely like it. It's good. It's good. Good times. Good times. Oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah, Shannon. Shannon, did you want to be a beta? I can't remember. And we could talk about this off YouTube, of course. You know, as soon as I think of something, it comes out of my mouth. But um, but yeah, I'm excited for everybody to read it because I think it's gonna be great. It's so much fun. It's way more lighthearted than Blood Roses. Like Blood Roses and Honeysuckles is it was an emotionally difficult book to write, you know, which I love it. I love the characters, but it makes it harder to kind of throw yourself into it as a writer because it took a lot from me. And whereas the cozy doesn't take as much because there's like a clear I'm like, if I say this, is this a spoiler? I don't really know. Could it be? Maybe. Well, there's like a clear I don't know, the clear good guy and a clear bad guy, you know, like there's and the hero wins in the end because that's what happens with cozies. Like everything at the end is going to be wrapped up into a tiny little bow and there's going to be a happy ending. And I am just at this point in life where I need some happy endings, even if I have to create them in a fictional world. And Blood Roses has an ending that may or may not be considered happy. That's what I'm going to say about that. All right. It is about half past, and I am so pumped, and I really want to get off of here and just like dive into my manuscripts because I'm just happy. Thank you for joining me today because y'all, you know, when we do these writing sprints, it just keeps me in the chair. And then 9 times out of 10, I don't know if this happens for y'all, but 9 times out of 10, by the end of it, I am like connected to my story and I've hit the flow and I'm just ready to get into it, you know? And that's what I need. So thank you. I'll have a video up this Saturday. I'm not exactly sure what it's going to be. It'll probably be actually a wrap up booktubeathon. I haven't posted that yet. So be on the lookout for that. If you notice that on my videos, there's been a hashtag write stuff above all of the titles. I don't know how YouTube kind of pulled this out of the blue, but I host a writer's chat every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on Twitter called hashtag write stuff, where writers talk about writing. And every month we had a different theme, and each week we have a topic that goes along with that theme. And this month, the theme is like characters. So this past Tuesday, we were talking about like what makes a good character, what makes a flat character, what makes a dynamic character. And this for the rest of the month, we're going to talk about like heroes versus anti-heroes, and we're going to talk about villains, and we're going to talk about character development, just all kinds of interesting things. So if you're around on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, please come and join us because it's fun. And yeah, my links are in the description. Subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are watching this after the live thing happened and it's uploaded, hi, thanks for watching. I hope this helped you to get some writing in. And I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Have a good weekend. Bye.